Hi everybody and welcome back. My name is Melissa and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. Today's tip is to know when to buy what you need. How do I say that? Okay, so there's really not a concise way to say this. Titling this video is going to absolutely suck for me, but if you need a turkey, when do you buy it? Typically Thanksgiving. That's typically when you're going to find it the cheapest. I mean, occasionally you might find it cheap other times, but Thanksgiving is going to be your cheapest time. I always see those memes around Thanksgiving, the Black Friday memes, and they're always like, I don't need a TV, I need groceries. Put groceries on sale. And I always think, what do you mean groceries have been on sale? You know, you're getting your potatoes for 10 cents a pound. You're getting tons of produce, your squashes, your winter squashes you're going to be getting for, 20 to 50 cents a pound. You're going to be getting all the Thanksgiving fixins are going to be cheaper. Everything kind of goes on sale. I did the math, and last year I could have done a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm trying to think what it was. It was cheap. It was like I could have done it for like 10 or 20 people for under $50. It was either like 10 under 20 or 50 under, I can't remember, but it was really cheap because the turkey was like 29 cents a pound, maybe 39 cents a pound. And I could have gotten like a 20-pound turkey or something like that for like $6 or $7. I could have gotten like 10 pounds of potatoes for $1. And the sweet potatoes were like not even a quarter a pound. Lots of root vegetables on sale. Trying to think what else. I would have made my own rolls with flour. Trying to think. The gravy would have come from the turkey with cornstarch, so that would have been included. I can't even think. Like, it was really cheap. I can't even really think of everything that goes with the Thanksgiving dinner right now. I don't know. Like, it's 3:13 in the morning. It's August. I'm not really thinking about Thanksgiving. Sorry. But then also around Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when your butter is going to go on sale. And your baking things are going to go on sale. Start looking for your flour to go on sale, your sugar to go on sale, your decorations to go on sale. When I say decorations, I mean like your food coloring and your frosting and all of that stuff. But you're going to start having that stuff go on sale. Pie crusts and all. I think I'm going to try and make my own pie crust this year. I haven't made my own pie crust in years. But I'm thinking I want to make a cranberry apple pie for Thanksgiving. And I'm thinking I'm going to make my own pie crust. But all of these things go on sale at Thanksgiving. And then the baking stuff. Ribs and hot dogs and burgers are normally on sale during the summer. I'm trying to think what else. Like, there's tons of things. I probably should have thought this out before I did this, but like I had it all in my head, and maybe I should have taken notes for this video. But I remember my TV broke years ago, and I remember my mom and dad telling me that I should buy, because I was like, oh, I should buy one in like November around Black Friday, right? And they're like, actually, TVs are cheapest around the Super Bowl. Okay. Which if I had wanted a giant TV, yeah, that would have been the time to buy it. But I just wanted like, I have a 25 or a 27 inch. I wanted a small TV because, you know, I have a small space, so big TV wouldn't work. But yeah, I mean, know what you need and when. And when things tend to be cheapest, like grocery wise. And also kind of like eat with the seasons then. I know normally it used to be prime rib always went on sale around, or not prime rib, prime rib still sometimes goes on sale around Easter, but it used to be filet mignon and beef tenderloin went on sale around Mother's Day. However, not this year. No $6 to $10 a pound beef tenderloin for me this year. And then, God, everything's so expensive this summer, and the sales suck in comparison to what I'm used to. But, you know, you'll know your seasonal fruits. You'll know, and to some extent, you can just like tell what's on sale, and that's fine. But if you like certain things, especially things that are like more canned good, butter stays good, and you can freeze butter if I'm not mistaken. But stays good for months. Sorry. You can also freeze baked goods before you cook them. So I've done that before where I've measured out cookies, I've measured out muffins so that I can pull out a couple of them and bake them. Also a great diet tip if you want to occasionally have like a treat like a cookie and you have the willpower to not, you know, just go in the freezer and eat the whole batch, you can put them in the freezer and bake one or two at a time. I do it a lot of the time with my muffins because I like these like a, I don't know, power muffin or something like that. I make them around Christmas and I call them Grinch muffins because then the kids will eat them, but it's got like spinach and bananas and blueberries and, you know, flour, eggs. They're really good, and you can taste the spinach, which is really good. So yeah, like a five ounce bag of spinach, and then, you know, a package of blueberries, a few bananas, and a couple eggs, and some flour. I can't remember what else, but it's naturally sweetened, and they're really good. Sorry, I'm super distracted. But you can, you know, a lot of your perishables can also stay in the fridge, so it helps. I feel like we're all going to be kind of to some extent on a learning curve. Eggs, for example, were always cheaper around Easter because people dyed eggs and all of that, but that's definitely changed. Still managed to find hot dogs and burgers cheap, not sausages anymore. And a lot of the summer sales, like the chicken, I'm just not seeing. So, it's a whole new learning curve for you and for me. For somebody who's fixated on grocery prices for years and knows her prices, this has been a huge adjustment because the sales are not happening like they're supposed to. The prices are not going down. So yeah. Around Thanksgiving, I will try and do some examples of budgets that you can do, you know, how you can make a Thanksgiving meal for a group for cheap and help there. You can do the same thing around Christmas. Ham's normally cheap around Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Both the spiral hams, which you can normally get around 80 cents a pound, and then the shank ham, you can normally get that around 30 to 40 cents a pound, I want to say. So yeah, know when your meats are cheapest. You know when all of your stuff is cheapest. But yeah, you know, stack up if you have to. save up and eat those rice and beans, and then you can save for whatever. Try and make navy bean soup this year. See if that works. Anyways, again, my name is Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.